Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to Factory Volendam. My name is Bruno, and today I will explain a little bit how we make the homemade cheese, the traditional one, the most famous cheese in Netherlands, the Gouda cheese. Yes. Besides your applauses, but it's very important, of course, I can see in some of your faces you are a bit disappointed. Yes. Yes, because the cheese, the name for the cheese is not Gouda, it's not Gouda, it's not Gouda, but it's Gouda. Yes, Gouda. But why? I tell you why. Gouda, it's a little town in Netherlands. Gouda is the most famous process here in Netherlands to make the cheese, the original one. But here in Netherlands, the letter G sounds like a tiger, like a tiger, yes. That's why it makes sense, this is not Gouda cheese, but Gouda cheese, if the process is original from here, yes. So later on, when I will invite all of you to follow me upstairs for the cheese tasting, I don't want to hear anybody asking me, Bruno, do you have Gouda cheese? Bruno, do you have Gouda cheese? Bruno, do you have Edam cheese? Because I don't have. I have Perfect. First lesson. The process to make Gouda cheese is very easy to understand. We start every morning with the fresh or raw milk. We bring the raw milk into the machine here, the mixer, where we heat it up the temperature from the milk until 30 degrees. That temperature is very important for this liquid, the rennet. Rennet, it's a natural enzyme who turns the milk into the curdle. Curdle is very thicky, looks like a pudding or gelatin. And that's why we must cut the curdle, that's why we must cut the curdle with these rotation knives for about 10 minutes. After the process is finished here, we're going to have two parts. We're going to have a liquid part we call the whey, and a solid part we call the curds. And with the curds we're going to make the cheese. The whey is very nutritive, full of vitamins and proteins. And that's why most of the ladies here in Volendam, they like to drink it. They explain to me, Bruno, if you drink 1 glass of whey per day, it puts your wrinkles away. Perfect. I'm almost 40 years old, I'm working here, I'm full of whey there, so this is good for me, I'm in the right place, yes? Or maybe not, because I must say I tried once, and the flavor is quite disgusting. It's really bad. I prefer the chocolate flavor from the whey protein from the cheese, it's much better, you know? But you will see later the ladies in this town, they are really pretty, and this is one of the reasons, I'm not joking, okay? But let's forget the whey, with the curds we make the cheese. We bring the curds into the molds like this, with one label because we want to know what kind of cheese we're producing, fat percentage, serial number, etc., etc. We close the molds, and then we bring the molds into the pressing machine for about 2 hours. After 2 hours, the whey, the liquid, is out from the molds because the molds they have little holes around. So it's time to open the molds again, and then we transport the cheese into the salt water bed here. Later on, the people on the back can give a look. Here is a salt water bed. The cheese is going to be inside of the salt water bed for about 24 hours. The salt conserves the cheese, also gives extra taste, extra flavor, so it's very important. After 24 hours, we take out the cheese from the salt water bed, we lay down the cheese in the wooden shelves, And then we classify the cheese with a liquid paraffin, kind of plastic, in order to protect the cheese against the mildew and to dry out. And for transportation is very important as well. Because I can see here beautiful faces from around this world, different cultures, I have one advice for you. We don't eat this part of the cheese, ladies and gentlemen. This is plastic. We eat what is inside. Right? Today in the morning I had a lady here, she told me, oh, this is the part I really like. Yes, I'm not a doctor, but I don't think it's healthy. But maybe your cheese is so good, so good, so good, even the wax is good, I don't know. Let's talk about maturation. After 4 weeks, finally we can eat our cheese. A cheese like this, the young cheese. After 4 months we have some kind of semi-mature cheese. And after 10 months we have old cheese, or mature. At the moment we have around 30 different flavors here. We have something very strange that looks like a sausage. This is smoked cheese. And then we have young cheese with the flavors such as pesto, garlic, truffle, chili, with goat milk, with the cow milk, with the sheep milk, plenty of them. But my favorite selection is this one. The old cheese, 1, 2, and 3 years old. Each cheese with more flavor, more mature. And I like the combination between the cheese and wine. So, but this is something personal, okay? This cheese has more flavor, it goes really good with the wine or with the beer. It's for a special occasion, okay? With your friends, with your family. You must try it. Oh well, ladies and gentlemen, this is it. It was a little presentation about our traditional Gouda cheese. Before I send you upstairs for the cheese tasting, I want to tell you, if you want, I'm going to turn on the television, where you can watch the process on the television as well. Because unfortunately, I cannot do anything here. It's also in several languages, like Italian, French, Spanish, Portuguese, German. So if you spend more 2-3 minutes downstairs and watch the movie, please do it. Because I have enough cheese upstairs for all of you, okay? Don't worry. And that's it. Okay, I have a very important question now. Yes, sir.
Is this room actually used for manufacturing?
This room was used for manufacture before Corona. At this moment, we are not producing the cheese here anymore because hygienic conditions was not there. But we have the biggest factory that produces all these cheeses for us. Some of our cheese are made by us. Some of our cheese are made for us. So all the cheese we're going to find inside of this cheese factory are original cheese. You only can find here, and one of the reasons is because we don't export our cheese. And beside that, I have a lady here. She asked me something before the demonstration. She asked me if I had Edam cheese. We don't have Edam cheese. Edam is nearby us. They have their own cheese. We have our Volendam cheese. One of the difference is we heat it up our milk until 30 degrees. They heat it up their milk until 60 degrees. Is it different in flavor? Yes, it is. Why? Because our cheese has more texture, and the cheese from Edam normally is softer than our cheese. So, but you must try both. Edam cheese, it's a huge brand, they export the cheese, and that's why in a lot of countries you see Gouda cheese connected with Edam cheese. That's why. Okay? So, this is a little bit different. Okay? Because the conception of this cheese factory is different. We want to receive the guests here, we want to provide the demonstration, the degustation, and then if the people want, they can bring the cheese. It's about conception. We don't export our cheese. We like to do like that. The owner of this cheese factory is a very respectful gentleman, and you want to provide the best experience with the best products. You don't want to share with the rest of the world. You want the world to share with us here. That's why every day I have around 20 groups here. Okay? It's another reason. It's about experience, okay? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I have a very important question. Do you have some cheese lovers here? In that case, I will invite all of you to follow me upstairs, where we're going to taste the chease, okay? Thank you so much.